Hello, welcome back again. This is going to be a replay between myself and a Terran named Florin. He has a really big anger problem, so there's going to be a treat of BM at the end of this game, but I also faced him immediately after this, which kind of sucked, and he completely ripped on me in the next game too. So what I like to do on this map is I do like to go for that kind of hatch first build, just because even though I'm really bad at hatch first and I really haven't played with it enough, I feel that it's far superior on this map compared to every other opening. So I always do choose to open for that hatch first here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. To talk about a bit about an overview of this game is the Terran, he goes for this kind of one racks fast expand, which I'm sure everybody's seen. I mean, most Zerg at the higher levels will definitely get to see this build on a frequent basis. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the Terran just being able to sit there and expand. So what I like to do is this kind of roach speedling timing attack to try and punish any of those fast expanders. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that in this game right now. So we'll just kind of see how it plays out. Some thoughts about this map though is it is a really easy defendable ramp out front of your expansion, so that's why people do generally choose to do the fast expand. What you need to worry about is if I spawned here against this Terran, the whole game would be different, because what Terran like to do is destroy these rocks, come through here with siege tanks, and destroy these rocks, and then start shooting at your main, and it can be really hard to deal with if you don't respond to it correctly. So I actually do have another replay of that kind of play on how to respond to that tank marine build, and I actually should cast that. I will cast that most likely, so we'll see how it goes. You should identify as early as possible what kind of build the Terran is doing, and that's why I actually forgot to scout this game, and that was a poor mistake on my part. So I do go ahead and scout a little bit later. I just realized my TV was on in the background for these casts. People aren't going to be happy. So he's going to go ahead and get a reactor. And when I spot this, I kind of think that he's going to be doing a macro game, because most people who get this reactor already are admitting that they're looking for that kind of later game, because he's sacrificing production by making this reactor. That's almost 2 Marines he's lost just making this reactor. So he has to get 2 full production cycles before he actually makes up the time he lost by getting that reactor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke up, and as you can see, I see he's getting this expansion, and I'm going to go, you know what, I don't like you expanding. I'm going to go ahead and get about 30 drones is my number I usually like to get. And so I'm going to get speed, I'm going to get a queen, and I'm going to go ahead and drone up for a little while, because I know I have an advantage already because we're both expanding. Don't have to worry about production. And I'm going to go up to that around 30 number. I'm not sure if I hit the 30 correctly this game, but right now in my head I'm still deciding if I want to. I remember clearly I'm on Skype with a friend and I'm asking like, do you think I should roach all in this guy? We're really just talking about that right now. So when I do decide, there's the decision. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give this a go. I put my drones back on gas, and I go ahead and throw a roach warren down once I have the drones that I want. So if you look over here, this is what they like to do. They like to get the expansion. They like to get these a bajillion racks, and they choose not to produce. Like, he's so greedy. He's not making any units. He's only making production. So I don't know. I find that this is a poor mistake on his part, and it does lead to him losing the game. So gonna go ahead, throw that roach warren down, and I'm coming up near that 30 number, so I should be stopping all production of drones. As you see, I'm clearly just producing. If you ever want to count your drones, what you want to do is you want to select them like this. You want to select all of them, and you go, okay, so there's 14 there. There's about 14 there. 3 on gas. That's about 31. So I'm going to want to go ahead and stop droning at this point and just continue to all in. So when you do this build, you want to get a big bulk of roaches and then only speedlings, because roaches take so long to reinforce that it's useless to go for that kind of speed or just mass roach follow-up, because by the time the roaches get all the way across this map, he's gonna have it defended enough. So what I like to do is I rally the roaches in, I continuously build speedlings, and I hit once the roaches are all here. And I'm still moving into a lair at this part because I feel that this is going to do enough damage that I'm actually not going to commit all too much to it, because although I would like to win the game in 5 seconds, I do like to prepare for the late game. I feel like I have a big enough force to do the damage I want to do and play from there. So I come in, start doing some damage to Roach Ling, and pretty much just clean him up. He got really greedy, so that this little force of units is able to kill him. I don't understand, but it happened. So at the same time, I realized, oh my god, I might be able to kill him. So I just continuously build speedlings, and once I realized I have 24 in production, and so I'm just going to go ahead and try and push through and finish this game as fast as possible, because I like wins faster than slower if possible, but I do like to favor that kind of macro game. So I'm kind of waiting for him to GG now. I kind of feel like I'm easily going to win this, with even if he manages to pull this off. I have 10 drones on him already, and I'm actually grabbing a third base just in case. I always like to have something to fall back on. I never like to be all in. So he goes ahead, starts being BM, and he tells me to kill myself. And so that's kind of how I like to deal with the fast expanding Terran, and I do a similar push to Protoss. Thanks for watching. The replays and coaching information are going to be below, so have a good one.